first division soccer team in Mexico. Um, I remember this clearly. It was Tuesday afternoon, and I'm on my way to the airport. I'm actually so excited because I'm hyped and nervous because it is my first time flying alone, and I have a chance to showcase my skills for a first division soccer team. I'm at the terminal gate, and keep in mind I'm like 15 years old at the time, so like it was my first time traveling alone, so I wasn't really familiar with the like how the gates work. And I was sitting at the terminal gate, like on my phone, not even paying attention, and I see that no one's around me. Everybody's leaving, and when I look up, it says that the gate had finally like moved. So I realized that the gate had moved to like across the O'Hare. I remember O'Hare, and I packed my stuff and I started running. And I was so nervous because I thought I was gonna miss the plane. And turns out that I run as fast as I can to the terminal, and they're already boarding the plane. I talked to the flight attendant, and she said that because there was some the onboarding process had already begun, there was no way of me getting to the plane because my seat had already been or my section had already been called. So I'm like freaking out because again I'm alone, and she told me to go talk to like the main, which would be the customer service, and they said that they could do nothing about it. And because it was like such like a small town in Mexico, there's only one plane per day. So she said that she could find the next plane, which would have been tomorrow, the day of tryouts. And at the time, I didn't know what to do because it was like a first division soccer academy, and I wasn't sure what to do. So at the time, I called my dad saying that I missed the flight, and basically got yelled at for missing the flight because he like I think it was like 400 or 500 bucks. I remember. So I also called my coach, my club coach at the time, and him and my dad basically talked and like trying to give me another flight. And they ended up finding another flight, which wasn't to the town. It was actually to a nearby town, which was like a nearby city, big city. And it was about like 3 or 4 hours away. And the only problem is that this flight would leave at like 9 p.m. and it wouldn't get to the actual like city till like 1 or 2 in the morning. So it wasn't even my town. I was staying with my club coach's like relatives. So we had to make they made a huge favor and to try and pick me up from the airport, and it was like 3 in the morning. So like I felt so bad because it was 2 or 3 in the morning, and like they were already old people. So like I don't know what to do. But at the time I was like I had a few like dollars with me, so like I gave them like my change, and I'm like, well, thanks for like being helpful and like taking me back to the city or to the actual city. So this is the day of tryouts, and if keep in mind this is day 2 of tryouts. I already missed day 1 of tryouts, so I was already nervous because the other kids already had a big advantage over me. And as I'm looking around, like everybody's already judging me because like because day 1 they had already cut people, and they were already saying like, how did I have a chance to just skip day 1 and go straight to day 2 without like going through trials basically. So the coach ended up calling up my name, and everybody was so surprised. And I went onto the field, and I was so nervous. But once I got into the pitch, all my memory just cleared, and I was able to like play my game. I actually played a wonderful game. I played out my heart because it was like a first division academy. And my club coach at the time, he was, or not my club coach connections in Mexico. Like he told me I played a great game and that I became a leader on the field. And just like by the way I played, it seemed like I wanted to be on the academy. After day 2 of trials, they usually cut people like at the end of practice. So they started naming the players who'd come for the third day and be like basically the official roster. So like they started naming all the players, and like it was like 20 players already, and my name was like coming out of their mouth, and they finally said my name, and like it just like I felt so relieved because after all like the stressful like missing the flight and
Didn't you continue your thoughts? Come
oh
then.
after the stressful like day of just missing the flight and like doing all the overnight thing, I made a team, and I was actually so proud of myself because after that, I like called my parents and like told them that I had made the academy, and they were just so happy for me because after like I had missed a flight, they were basically saying how like the chance of me making the team were like slim to none just because I had already missed like the first day, which was very important because that's when like everybody has the same opportunity. So yeah.
All right, wonderful. Edgar, this was your best. This was your best. I wish the class, you know how enthusiastic our class is. I wish our class could hear your speech, but this was your best, and you can do it. You just did it without the whole script today, which was wonderful. So you understand that where is your, you know, your strength is when you are very comfortable with the topic. This one was your topic. You owned it. I had to actually depend on you to hear what your story. First of all, the story is wonderful. It was really good. The story is wow. I wish I could see you play. Do you still play soccer, Edgar?
Not college soccer anymore, but I just play like, it's called like Sunday leagues, which is like just like old like fat guys and.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So I think this was really, really well done speech. I really liked your speech. This was your best speech. So wonderful. I'll update your profile speech and your debate speech and the profile speach, and so that's it. And do all the work that I've asked you to do.
When is the last day to turn in the
work?
Tomorrow at 5?
Tomorrow at 5. After that, you will not see the course anymore on Blackboard. It will disappear. Okay. All right, Edgar, you have a good one. Good luck to you. It was nice working with you. All right.
Thank you very much.
I
enjoyed your class too.
Yeah, and remember all your skills, and so that you can practice it whenever you have to talk. You remember all the skills that you learned.
Yeah, I liked all your helpful tips. I feel like they just made me like, from my first speech compared to now, I feel like you just made me like so much comfortable.
Yeah, like, this was really. I was surprised too when with this profile like on the whole thing goes away, and it's such a my God. But tell me something. I want to. You were not able to hear the people saying that the gate has changed.
I had my headphones on. I was just like listening to music.
Oh,
and like I was in my own zone. Basically, yeah.
Dad wasn't happy.
No, he wasn't, because he had to pay an extra $400 for another plane ticket.
Oh my!
But then I think I made up for it just because I made a team. Like
yeah. All right, Edgar, you have a good one. Okay, keep in